are the sounds of the Midway High School Band, this week's Fox 44 Friday Night Fever Band of the Week. Welcome back into Friday Night Football Fever. The China Spring Cougars got their season off to a great start last week with a win and a tough one over a very good Lorena team, now returning home to face the Huntsville Hornets. Senior night as the Cougars opening up their home slate this evening out in China Spring. In the first quarter, the defense coming to play here. Huntsville trying to get something going, but the China Spring defense says, I don't think so. Turns them away. Hornets are forced to punt. Later in the half, China Spring driving it down. Caden Johnson hits him with the old throwback. Nobody home. As the China Spring Cougars into the end zone for an easy 6 right there. They led 7-0 at that point. But as you take a look at the latest check, a little bit of a dogfight this evening. Currently actually falling to the Hornets 17-14, a tough loss for China Spring out there this evening. They'll have a big-time showdown with Cameron Yo next week. LAMPASAS on a run of 4 straight road games to start the year at Robinson tonight. First quarter, Isaiah Houston gets the handoff. He will not be denied. Shaking tacklers all the way to the paint as the Rockets jump on top 7-0. Later in the first, Ace Whitehead, that's a fantastic name for a quarterback, rips that one to the left side, and the Badgers claw back into the game, tie things up at 7. Now the Rockets gonna go to the air. Why wouldn't they? Rockets red glare, that one deep, and that is easy 6 right there. Pitch and catch for Robinson. Noah Richard on the receiving end. Say goodnight to this one. The Rockets get back on top with that one. Bit of a shootout tonight, but the Lampasas Badgers a 44-35 lead in the fourth quarter. A shootout. Next up for the Badgers, they will travel to Wimberley, while the Rockets will make a short trip down the road to Troy. All right, let's check out some 4A scores across the area. Gatesville and Cameron Yo in a tight ball game. The top-ranked Cameron Yeoman 26-25 right now. Again, they have that tough showdown with China Spring next week, and the Connolly Cadets going down in a tough one tonight against Glen Rose, as Glen Rose takes this one by a final of 30-16. Connolly will return home next week to play Royce City. Elsewhere in 4A, Teague, they are visiting Mejia, and the Black Cats looking like they're going to pick up that W this evening, 33-27 there in the fourth, while the Salado Eagles all over those Bobcats from Comfort, 41-0, your final in that one. Lamar Panthers certainly had a disappointing start to their season, dropping their opener in a heartbreaking fashion with a 2-point loss to Lexington, trying to get back on the horse tonight against the Trojans out in West. West actually knocked off Rockdale last week, and they're trying to get their season started at 2-0. Mart here, first quarter, no score. That's Jace Terry. He's going to hold on to that one. It's a good thing he does. He's going to motor for the first down there using the legs. Same drive, 4th and 8. Big things doing here for Mart as Zamar Curvin, the touchdown, but they fail to get the extra point, but they still lead 6-0. Panthers here, the handoff to Shatydrick Bailey. Ball that's fumbled, and Cayman Arnold picks it up for West and runs it back for the touchdown there. We are all knotted up at 6, but Mark going to answer right back here. Quentin Hughes on the return, and he's going to take that one all the way. Houses that one for 6. The Panthers jump on top with a 12-6 lead at last check. Panthers all over the Trojans in this one, 43-12. West will be home next week when they host Ranchview. Mart will travel to McGregor for their 3rd straight road game. Elsewhere, Marlin coming off their first win under Coach Hodge, visiting Troy on homecoming. Trojans picking it up here in the second half. Gabriel Pena kicks off Trojan Zach Herbacek, and he's taken down there by Christian Watson on the return. It's Sam Jones with a short gain here to the left side. Sam Jones going to hear his name called once again, but look out, because here he comes right into your living room. We're being taken down there by Jeremiah Henry for the Bulldogs. And in the fourth right now, Troy taking care of Marlin in this one. Let's take a look at the last score we have in this ball game tonight. The Trojans, a 19-14 win over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will host Rogers next week, while Troy will play host to the Robinson Rockets. Elsewhere, some other 3A scores to pass along to you. Groesbeck playing host to Bullard this evening, while up in Sunnyvale, Coach Thrash trying to rebound in their second game there of the season. McGregor a 15-7 win over Sunnyvale, while Groesbeck losing currently in the fourth quarter 21-12 there to Groesbeck. Still a few more games to get to here on Fox 44 Friday Night Football Fever. The Crawford Pirates going on the road take on those Cubs from Clifton. We'll have those highlights and RIESEL heading out to Meridian for an early season showdown. Stick around, we'll have more to come on Fox 44 Friday Night Football Fever.
Richard Carr Motors presents Fox 44's Friday Night Football Fever.